Here at Essex, we operate 6 magnet wire producing plants, 5 in the United States and 1 in Mexico. Our copper and aluminum magnet wire is used in a great variety of ways, including transformers, generators, and motors of all sizes. If you were looking for magnet wire in your homes without some type of destructive testing, you wouldn't see it. It is in your garage door openers, your electric toothbrush, dishwashers, washing machines, clothes dryers, anything in your home that goes around that has a plug on it, there's magnet wire inside that motor or that appliance to make it go round. Of all the plants we have here in North America, only 2 use aluminum rod, the one here in Fort Wayne and then in Vincennes, Indiana. The plant in Vincennes, Indiana uses about 90% of the aluminum rod that we buy. Southwire is a very integral supplier to us, and their main thing that Southwire brings to the game is their high quality. The garbage in, garbage out theory very much applies to the magnet wire business, that we cannot make good product to our customer no matter how hard we try if we don't have good product coming in. And these customers will find it somewhere else, be it from our competitors here in the States or in China or other offshore locations. The relationships of the people and the people at Southwire that I've been dealing with are top notch.
Truck-Lite is an aluminum clip manufacturing company based here out of Apex, North Carolina. It originated with Maynard Tipper in the mid-50s. The main market for Truck-Lite would be the clips and the consumables. We also manufacture the equipment to process the meats or anything else that can be pumped into a fill and form type packaging. For the clips, we run about 200 to 300 million a month, which ends up being somewhere between 2.2 and 2.4 billion a year of actual clips. If you went into the grocery store, you would most likely see it in the meat area, in the sausages, cookie doughs, that sort of thing. Anything that can be pumped into an individual, what we call a chub, a package with a clip on either end, that's where the majority of the clips go. The clip itself is something that's very seldom thought of and most of the time discarded immediately. You know, if you buy a package of cookie dough, you know, you cut the end off, you throw it in the trash can, and you don't even think twice about it. And that's fine. You know, that's something that we realize that the majority of the people do, and they just don't even begin to understand what goes into the process of clipping the product. But on the other hand, our customers, you know, that's the last thing they want to have trouble with. You know, they've got all this material that's cycling through their plant, and the last thing they want to be concerned with is that little metal clip at the end of the package. If it's malfunctioning or malforming, you know, they look at it like I'm having this huge issue with this little piece of metal that is almost irrelevant to the process. But they do realize how important it is, and that's where making a quality clip and checking those dimensions and having the right material, the wire, the alloy, everything plays into that. For us to be able to rely on Southwire to supply us with material that we don't have to worry about. They've always been there, you know, and supplying us with our rod. And when you can process that material with very little or no issues, that's huge.
Roytec is an OEM job shop. We build wire assemblies and wire harnesses and other electrical assemblies. You would see our product, a great place to see it would be walking into a Walmart or a Target, Home Depot, any of the big box retailers, and look up at the ceiling. You would see a lot of our wire and cable assemblies up there. You also would see it if you bought certain power tools. Our wire assemblies would be inside of those tools. If you go to the airport and see the equipment that's hauling your luggage around, our harnesses are in that equipment. As far as the Southwire products we use, we're using MC cable or metal clad cable, and for that we cut and coil the cable to a certain length depending on customer requirements. We also use portable cord product from Southwire, in which we cut the cord to length. We remove the outer jacket, strip the inner conductors, and in some cases put a ring terminal on the ground lead. We have a very open relationship with the people we work with at Southwire. If we ever have any issues, they're very willing to discuss them on the phone. They're very willing to come to our plant to discuss them. So it's been a very good relationship.
Preform Line is a leading supplier of high-quality cable, anchoring, control hardware and systems for overhead and underground splice cases, high-speed cross-connecting devices. We have facilities all over the world. Most of our facilities manufacture for the countries that they're in. And we make over 4,000 different products in this facility here in the Rogers plant. Some of those are telecom, but a lot of them are wire. Some of them are in families, but there's an alteration between each one. We tell people that if you just look around at the utility poles and all that, you'll see our product. The shiny silver case that's there on the telephone line, we're the only company that makes a stainless steel closure, so we're very unique in that. Some of the other products that we make that you see every day is like the yellow guy guards on the down leads of a utility pole. Also the end fittings that actually hold those together. When we look at big cross-country power lines, we know that our products are holding that cable on those also. We receive rod from the Hawesville, Kentucky plant, whether it be 1/2 inch or 3/8 rod. It comes in and we draw it to the specific sizes that we need depending on what product that we're making. It's important that we do have good quality raw material as it comes in, because we have to have consistency in tensils and all of the things, the properties of the rod, so that we have consistency whenever we're forming it. So whenever we are gluing it together or subsequent processes that we do to it, the wire has to hold together. So it's very important that everything be good the first rattle out of the box.
Truck-Lite is a manufacturer of automotive parts for passenger cars as well as commercial vehicles. We produce lights, mirrors and harness systems. You probably see Truck-Lite every day as you drive over the roads. Our parts are on most of the trucks and the trailers that you would see. We are headquartered here in Western New York, and we have 3 more factories in Pennsylvania, plus another 6 factories around the world.
Truck-Lite has always been considered the leader in the industry. We were the first to introduce the LED technology for lighting, and we're the leader in that.
Most of what we buy is in certain ways engineered to our specifications and to our needs. So it is very vital for us that the quality standards are maintained and that we can be sure that the product that we get, that we can use it right away on the shop floor.
Everything we buy right now is copper wire, copper cable. Most of the product that Southwire sells is actually concealed on any truck or any trailer. It's usually tucked up under the frame of the truck and embedded in the frame of the trailers. But it connects everything together, all from the front of the truck all the way to the very tail of the trailer. What you would see then obviously is the lighting products, because the cable is connecting everything together. There are federal standards for where lights have to be on trucks. Tail lights, sometimes across the top, down the sides, on the front. Of course, what we like to see are the Christmas trees rolling down the road at nighttime, where it's just plastered with lights. Those are the guys we like.
Southwire is our 3rd largest vendor, and it's a vendor with a high visibility because it's the main part of more than 10% of our business, which is represented in the harness business. So we couldn't have that business without a competitive cable and wire supplier. And anything going on there has a direct impact on a large portion of our business.
Alka Tech manufactures aluminum wire. Our primary markets are the welding wire, which is about 92% of our business. The other 3 markets are mechanical wire, metallizing wire, and brazing wire.
If you're building something out of aluminum, be it with sheet or plate or angle iron or whatever aluminum material you're working with, you may well want to be joining that material together somehow. One of the primary ways is by welding. Welding is basically, to the person on the street who has never welded, welding is basically gluing the two pieces of aluminum material together. Common applications for aluminum that everybody is familiar with would be airplanes or truck trailers. Numerous end applications, from very sophisticated like nuclear power plants right on down to, say, lawn furniture.
We must focus our efforts is in servicing the customer through technology, through quality, through delivery, the primary marketing strengths.
We have two primary operations. The drawing operation, whereby we take the redraw rod and draw it on down in size. The second primary function is the packaging of the material. We draw into many diameters. These diameters go on to many different size spools and coils. The products go on to OEM customers, distributors, and ultimately to the end customer who's doing welding with aluminum.
Southwire has been a very, very good partner with Alka Tech.
Southwire company, strong, reliable people, longevity, stability, just what we need going into the future. We have to have a vendor like Southwire behind us.